Greg Pierce's Cardinal stars VEEP Emmy nominee Anna Chlumsky as Lydia, who has a wild idea to revitalize her Rust Belt town by painting it red. The result of this dramatic gesture is a battle for the soul of the city. We caught up with playwright Pierce, Chlumsky, and the rest of the stars to get the scoop on this new play.
The story of Cardinal is about a woman who comes back to her hometown, which is a kind of Rust Belt town, and she decides that she's going to be part of the movement that improves her town economically. She decides to paint the town red, and she wants to paint a 6-block radius, everything red. And then the story is about the convincing and then the ability to actually do it, but then also the consequence of pursuing a bold idea in which you see something really beautiful happen, but also something violent.
When we think about Rust Belt, we're thinking about the previous revolution, which was industrial, right? It was the Industrial Revolution, and it grew cities and it grew this country at such a rapid pace, which I think is very familiar to what has been happening since the technology revolution.
It's going back to something. I mean, the question of the play is, what if America was thriving, but in a way that was different than it had before? Would you be okay with that? Would you, if you didn't recognize the people in it, but the place was working, would you be okay?
So much of America now is dealing with this idea of our cities are not what they were 40 years ago or even 20 years ago, and so what do we do to people have so much, they love their cities and they want to preserve what's great about them, but the change is inevitable, so what's going to come in?
As it explores renewal in a struggling community, Cardinal touches on topical themes of growth and change in America.
You want to be part of something relevant, new, timely, exciting. We've had such fun just sort of talking about the play for, the last week. This is the beginning of our process. It's so fun,
yeah. Being part of the creative process, because we're also discovering how some things are not working quite right, so we're getting to figure out how this is going to work, so we're helping the playwright really tell this story.
I'm hoping that it sparks a debate about America in general in the smaller towns, about what does it mean to be American and what does it mean to be welcome